Good morning, boys and girls. Good morning, grandmas and grandpas. Good morning, mums and dads. Good morning, uncles and aunts. My name is Sylvia Bryce, and today I would like to talk to you about a very special Bible verse that tells us that Jesus Christ is very close to the brokenhearted, and He gave us all peace when our hearts are broken. When we are sad and discouraged, He gives us hope. This verse is found in Psalm 34 verse 18. Now, but let me tell you a story that really happened to a very young girl. This young girl had a friend, and this friend was her best friend ever. They did everything together. They went to the park together. They played together. They shared their toys together. They spent time together in each other's house. And they went on holidays together. They did all the good things that they liked together. But one day, this friend told the little girl that she didn't want to be her friend anymore. The little girl couldn't understand why, and she asked her friend, "Why you don't want to be my friend anymore?" But she could not get an answer. She went home very sad, and as she opened the door, guess what she saw? She saw her favorite plate that was hanging on the wall, broken on the floor. It was in pieces. The plate was completely in pieces. She couldn't believe it. She tried to put all the pieces back together. With the glue, and she worked really hard trying to put the pieces of her favorite, beautiful, colorful plate that was hanging on the wall. But she could not put them together anymore. And that's exactly how she felt. Her heart was as broken as those pieces of her beautiful, colorful plate that was hanging on the wall and now is broken on the floor. She was very sad, and she didn't know what to do. She cried and cried and cried, and she put her plate on the side and cried and was sad for a very long time. So boys and girls, I want to ask you, what are the things that make you sad, that breaks your heart and makes you really, really disappointed, discouraged? Perhaps it's when your favorite toy breaks. That breaks your heart. Can you tell me anything that makes you really, really sad? Anything else that makes you really, really sad and break your heart? Perhaps it's when you can't go to school because we are on a lockdown and all the schools are shut and you can't see your friends. Perhaps it's when you see mommy sick or daddy sick. Or perhaps it's when you can't see grandmas and grandpas. Perhaps when you can't go to your favorite park and play outside with your neighbors. That breaks your heart. Perhaps it's when you see mommy and daddy sad Perhaps when you can't go on holiday. Or perhaps when you can't even go to the supermarket with mommy and daddy. Or perhaps when your pet gets sick. Perhaps when you see the sun shining outside and you can't go and play outside because you don't have a garden. And that all these things makes you very, very sad. And that breaks your heart. It makes your heart so small. And then you try to pick all these pieces together, trying to make something nice for yourself. Maybe if you watch a cartoon, you will forget about these horrible things that are going outside there. Maybe you will forget about this horrible virus that are killing so many loving people. But do you know what, boys and girls? The Bible tells us that Jesus is close to the broken heart. And no matter how broken our hearts are, we can find hope in Him. We can be saved in Him. And as we remember all those who lost their lives with this horrible virus, we be assured that the Lord is very close to their loved ones, giving them peace, hope, because He is the only one who can restore our hearts when we are sad, when we have been discouraged, when we are broken. Jesus is the only one who can put our hearts, the broken pieces of our hearts, back together. We might see the scars that will remain in our hearts, but the Lord will help us through when our hearts are broken. So remember that. Psalm 34 verses 18 says, Jesus is close to the brokenhearted, and He gives us peace when we are sad.